Hare Krishna. We are starting our class today by chanting Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamacham Dadati Shapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Shakrajatan Sahagana Raghunatham Nitam Tam Sajivam Shadvaitam Shabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Shaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunnavadi Paschatya Shotarine Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Paevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्रा सुभद्राख्यं जगन्नाथाय ते नमः नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna. So I welcome everyone to today's Bhagvatam class. Today our topic of discussion is the glories of Srimad Bhagvatam. Srimad Bhagvatam, which is also known as Amala Puran. Amala Puran means the Puran which is spotless. Spotless. There is no defect. There are many Puranas we know. There are 18 Puranas, and every Puranas has some defect. But Srimad Bhagavatam is spotless. There is no defect in this Puran. There are 18 Puranas. Some Puranas are in the mode of goodness, some Puranas in the mode of passion, and some Puranas in the mode of ignorance. So, particular Puran has glorified, that subject matter only. That means we know that there are Shiva Puran, Kalika Puran. There is a glorification of Goddess Kali. Uh, but this Bhagavad Puran is the highest authority. We will discuss in our class today. So that's why it is called Mahapuran or Amala Puran. So Krishna has appeared in this material world in the Dwapar Yuga approximately 5,000 years before, and he performed some enchanting pastimes and went back to his eternal abode. So Krishna went back to his eternal abode with two things. First is religious principle, and second is knowledge. In this Loka of Bhagavatam, it is said that Krishna Shadhama Apagate Dharmo Gyano Adhibi Shaho. That means Krishna went back to his own eternal abode with dharma means religious principle and jnana means knowledge. So after Dapar Yuga, we know Kali Yuga comes. And Kali Yuga, people are Manda Shumanda Matayo, Manda Bhaggai Upadrita. Kali Yuga people are very lazy, they are short lived, they are quarrelsome, and they are always misguided and disturbed by so many things. So, for the people of Kali Yuga, when Krishna went back to the eternal about a religious principle with religion, then what is the hope for this age of these people? In one of the verses of Srimad Bhagvatam says that कलेर दोषे निधि राजन अस्ति एके महत्कुना कीर्तना देव कृष्णस्य मुक्त संग परम ब्रजेत. That means yes, there is a hope for the people of Kali Yuga. What is the hope? That in Kali Yuga only by glorifying Krishna, by doing Krishna Kirtan, one can be liberated from these clutches of Kali. So Krishna Kirtan, what is meant by Krishna Kirtan? Krishna Kirtan means chanting Krishna's name, glorifying Krishna's pastime, glorifying Krishna's form and qualities. Nam, Roop, Gun, Lila. And always remembering in chanting pastimes of Krishna, it is called Krishna Kirtan. So Kali Yuga people can be delivered from the clutches of this Kali or Maya only by doing this Krishna Kirtan. But problem is that Krishna has performed so many enchanting pastimes. It's a obviously matter of discussion. But there was no record of those enchanting pastimes. And Kali Yuga people are very short-lived and their intelligence is very less, as we know, as we heard. So how they will remember, how they will come to know about these enchanting pastimes of Krishna that attracts the conditioned soul. Only Krishna can attract this conditioned soul. And the purpose of creating this material world is to reclaim all this conditioned soul to back to Godhead. So Krishna felt the necessity to come again in this material world. And this time Krishna come as a literary incarnation, as Grantha avatar. And this avatar is known as Srimad Bhagvatam. So what it says in this verse, Kalau Nasta Drishan Isha, that Kali Yuga people has lost their spiritual vision. And at that time, Purana Arka Adhuna Udita. Purana Arka Adhuna Udita. Arka means sun. And at that time, Srimad Bhagavatam appeared like sunrise. Like Srimad Bhagavatam rises, at that time from the horizon. Purana Arka. Srimad Bhagavatam appears like a sun amongst all the Puranas. We know when sun appears, all the darkness goes away. Similarly, when Srimad Bhagavatam appears, what happens? Again, all the darkness of ignorance, goes away from the hearts of the people, the living beings. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of Krishna. It is Grantha avatar. Like all other incarnations, has a specific purpose. We know from Bhagavad Gita that Krishna comes Paritranayo sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami juge juge. The Krishna, when Krishna appears, he performed three things. One, he restores the dharma. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. That means it restores dharma. It delivers the devotees. Not delivering, it protects the devotees. Paritranaya sadhana, give paritran to the devotees. And vinashaya to dushkritam, those who are demoniac, destroy them. So Srimad Bhagavatam also, you know, when appears in the book form, also perform these three things. In the one of the verses, Srimad Bhagavatam says that Dharma projita koitavatra. That means Srimad Bhagavatam kicks out all cheating religion. And Srimad Bhagavatam also established the real dharma for the human beings or living entities. That is Bhagavad Dharma. That means Bhakti Yoga, the devotional service to the Lord. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the summum, is the life and soul of the devotees. The devotees gets devotional inspiration from the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. And also it destroying, it removes, it eradicates the demoniac qualities, the demoniac mentalities from the heart of the people. So Srimad Bhagavatam, serves all the purpose of Krishna's incarnation. Rather, if we see that when Krishna incarnated in one avatar, he performs a particular lila. Like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Rama, Nishingha, he performs one particular pastime. But Srimad Bhagavatam contains the pastimes of all Krishna's avatars. So we can say Srimad Bhagavatam is the combination of all the incarnations of Krishna. Right now? So this book incarnation of Krishna is no less than any other incarnation. It is the combination of all incarnations. And this great Srimad Bhagavatam was compiled by Mahamuni Vasudev. We know that Vasudev is the incarnation of Lord himself, Shaktavesh avatar. Who can record Krishna's pastime? Only Krishna can do this. So Krishna comes as Shaktavesh avatar in the form of Vasudeva, and he compiled this Srimad Bhagavatam. How it happens, it is a very interesting story. Actually, at the end of Dwapar Yuga, when Kali Yuga was going to start, because Kali Yuga's people are short-lived, less intelligent, they cannot remember so many things. So Krishna felt the need to compile the Vedas. So when Vasudeva, as the literary incarnation of the Lord, Shaktavesh avatar compiled these Vedas, he thought that these Vedas need to be divided. So Vasudeva, Mahamuni Vasudev, he expands the Vedic literature in the form of Purana, Upanishada, Itihasas, right, Ramayana and Mahabharata. One day Narad Muni visited in the hermitage of Vasudeva, and first he glorified Vasudeva for his work, but he found that Vasudeva is not satisfied. Even after compiling so many Vedic literatures, Vedic scriptures, Vasudeva was not happy. Vasudeva was not happy. He was dissatisfied. So Vasudeva is a disciple of Narada Muni. So to Guru, Vasudeva admits his dissatisfaction. And he inquires from Narada Muni, why I am feeling such dissatisfaction? Narada Muni is a Guru. He knows everything about his disciple. So Narada Muni points out 2 points. One is that Vasudeva did not sufficiently glorify the Lord in his all this literary work, and he has given more emphasis on 4 purusharthas of life, like dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Narada Muni told Vasudeva that you have not actually broadcast the sublime and spotless glories of the personality of Godhead, and the philosophy which does not satisfy the transcendental sense of the Lord is considered as worthless. Because Krishna's whole purpose of this creating the material world to reclaim the living entities, all the living entities to the spiritual world. So how can it be possible if living entities does not get attracted towards Krishna's pastime? How they can remember Krishna and they can understand that they are suffering in this material world. So by this all the whole literatures that Vasudev has given, people will become confused because Kali Yuga people intelligence is not good, and Vasudeva has written so many literatures. If one read, they become confused that, and they will not understand who is the supreme personality of Godhead. Then what is the use of creating this material world? So Narad Muni told Vasudeva that you glorify the Lord, the devotional service, and the devotees sufficiently and repeatedly. So, this glorification of the devotees, Krishna, and devotional service is Bhakti Yoga. It is the Bhagavad Dharma and it is the real religion. So, Srimad Bhagavatam contains the real religion. So, in the previous slide, we find that, Dharma Samsthapanarthaya. So Srimad Bhagavatam establishes the real religion of human being, that is Bhagavata Dharma. And after compiling Srimad Bhagavatam, Vasudeva become very much satisfied and become very peaceful. So when an author become peaceful or satisfied with his literary work, so it is considered as the best book. When an author is himself happy with his work. So before, Vasudeva was not happy with his work, with his books. So how can it be best? Now Vasudeva felt very much satisfaction. So Lord Chaitanya saying that Veda Shastra Purana Koya Veda Pesha Tathapi Chittara Nahi Payana Prakasha. So even Veda Shastra Purana, after compilation, Vedopas Chitta was not illuminated, or he was not satisfied. Jokhone Sri Bhagavata Jivai Spurilo Shone Chitta Vritti Prasanna Haila. So Vasudeva Chitta become satisfied. So it is the sign of a best book. So this Srimad Bhagavatam is considered as the crown jewel of all Vedic scriptures. Suppose a king wears many jewelry, right? He wears anklet, waist band, armlets. These are all beautiful. These are all gold jewelry. But the most important jewels that the kings wear is on the crown. And this crown jewel attracts everyone. So this Bhagavatam is considered as the crown jewel of all Vedic scriptures. It is also considered as the essence of Vedanta Sutra. What is Vedanta Sutra? So Mahamuni Vasudev compiled one literature, one scripture. It is known as Vedanta Sutra. That means ultimate knowledge of the Vedas. Vasudev gave it in the mode of aphorism. In the sutras, there was no story, there was no pastime, like a little bit boring. But Srimad Bhagavatam is a natural commentary of Vedanta Sutra. That means Srimad Bhagavatam elaborates those aphorisms which is present in Vedanta Sutra. See, Vasudev has written this Vedanta Sutra, and Vasudev is given this commentary of Vedanta Sutra. How wonderful is this? Sometimes some writes some sutras or some aphorism, and other acharyas or other person give the commentary. So this commentary may vary from person to person. The explanation can vary from person to person. But here Vasudev himself has given the sutra and he is giving the commentary of that sutras. That's why this Bhagavatam is considered as the natural commentary of Vedanta Sutra. Like Vedanta Sutra starts with the sloka Janma Dasya Jataha, the Bhagavatam also starts with the same words Janma Dasya Jataha. So it is the essence. It is the essence of Vedanta Sutra. Essence means, like honeybee when enters in a forest. In the forest there are many kind of trees. Some give fruits, some give flowers. So there are different varieties of flowers. But honeybee seeks only those flowers that produce honey. Like that produce honey. Honey is like a nectar. So this Vedanta Sutra's natural commentary, Srimad Bhagavatam, is like honey. Is like honey. And the honeybees, the Paramahamsa devotees, the great devotees of the Lord, those who are seeker of this real honey, those who are the seeker of real honey of the spiritual subject matter, they definitely will go through this natural commentary of Vedanta Sutra. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it itself says that Sarva Vedanta Sharam hi Sri Bhagavatam Ishyate. Sharam. Sarva Vedanta Sharam. It is the essence of all Vedanta. So this Srimad Bhagavatam is a great gift by Mahamuni Vyasdev for this human society, for this conditioned soul, for these people in general. Why? In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said that Anartha Upasamam Sakshat Bhakti Yogam Adoksaje Anartha Upasamam Sakshat. It mitigates all types of anarthas. There are six types of anarthas: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moho, Matsorja. So, what these anarthas do? These anarthas blocked our progress in the spiritual path. So, until and unless these anarthas are cleared away from our path of spiritual realization, our progress in that spiritual path will not be possible. So, Srimad Bhagavatam mitigates all these anarthas that blocked our spiritual progress. These anarthas hinders our path of Krishna prema or our path to the spiritual world. Lokasya aganato vidvams chakre shatata samhita. Lokasya aganato. So, general mass of people, the general populace is agyan. They do not know that this Bhagavatam, this 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 literary work by Vyasdeva link directly with the devotional service. So, as the people in general do not know that by doing only devotional service or bhakti to whom? To Adhokshaja Krishna, all the anarthas which is hindering from the spiritual progress can be mitigated. So, one can come out of the anarthas and go to the spiritual world. So, this Bhagavatam is the only remedy for the conditioned soul. So, if the conditioned soul only give oral reception to these slokas of Bhagavatam, there are 18,000 slokas of Bhagavatam, then what happened is given in the next sloka. Yasham vai Suryamananam Krishne Parama Purushe Bhaktir Utpadayate Pumsa Shoka Moha Bhayapaha Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. Shoka means lamentation, Moha means illusion, and Bhaya means fearfulness. So what these do? It's create utpat in the path of bhakti. So how it goes away? Only by giving oral reception to this Srimad Bhagavatam, what happens? Krishna Parama Purushe. What Bhagavatam is given? The devotional service towards Krishna is given in the Bhagavatam. So only by giving the oral reception, one can be free from this lamentation, illusion, and fearfulness. The Bhagavatam can dry up the ocean of lamentation created by the tears of miseries of a conditioned soul. So Bhagavatam can cause spiritual revolution. Tadvago Vishargo Janatago Viplavo. It can create a spiritual revolution in the population. Like our founder Acharya, Avai Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he went to America. He went to the Western world to spread Krishna consciousness. He does not know whether he will be successful or not. But only by the mercy of his Guru, his Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and by the mercy of Srimad Bhagavatam, he create a great revolutionary movement and creates history. Only possible by this Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada prayed, when he was going to the Jaladuta ship, that only by your mercy, only by the mercy of Srimad Bhagavatam only, they can come to know the people of this Western world about Krishna. So this Bhagavatam creates a bridge between the material and spiritual world. So bridge is required, na? So Bhagavatam is that bridge. It helps us to cross over the unfathomable ocean of this material existence. So it can create a spiritual revolution. It can change the consciousness of the people to Krishna consciousness. So as we discussed that, Srimad Bhagavatam rejects all kinds of cheating religion that is prevalent in this world. By rejecting the cheating religions, it propounds the highest truth. What is the highest truth? Bhakti Yoga, devotional service to Krishna. The glorification of devotees. Bhakti Yoga. It propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by non-envious. Only the people who are devoid of the material hankering can understand this Srimad Bhagavatam. Dharma projita koitavatra parama nirmat saranam shatam vedam vastavam atra vastu shivadam tapatraya unmulanam. Shivadam tapatraya unmulanam. So it uproots the miseries given by the three modes of material nature. Three kinds of miseries: Adi Doivik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik. It distinguishes the reality from illusion. In Kali Yuga, there are illusion at every step. So it destroys all the illusion. Shoka Moha Bhaya Paha. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite. Kimba Parayeshwara, what is the need of any other book when Srimad Bhagavatam is there for God realization? Why? Because it establishes the Lord in the heart immediately. Shadayo Hridi Avaruddhate Kritivi Shubhis Takshana, immediately. So Bhagavatam can be glorified by the words of Bhagavatam. So what Bhagavatam does, it rejects the cheating religion, it establishes the highest truth, which is understandable by only non-envious persons, it distinguishes the reality from the illusion. Sometimes people remain in so much illusion so that they do not understand that they are in misery. So by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, by the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam, that coverings of illusion goes away, and one can see that I am really suffering in this material world, and I have to get out of this material world by any means. Uprooted three miseries, and there is no other need for any other book. If one reads Srimad Bhagavatam, that is sufficient, because it establishes the Lord within the heart immediately. What is the need of studying so much, so many shastras? Sanatana Goswami glorified Bhagavatam as a nectar, comes out by churning the ocean of all shastras. Asura and Devatas, they churned the ocean by which Amrita has come out. So Srimad Bhagavatam is like that nectar. By churning that ocean of shastras, Srimad Bhagavatam has come out. Vasudev has written this Bhagavatam as the ripe of his knowledge, that are aimed by assimilating all the knowledge. It is the ripened fruit of a desired tree. The Vedas are desired tree, and from that desired tree, the ripened fruit is Srimad Bhagavatam. So you can imagine that how much sweet this Bhagavatam is. It is a treasure house of all jewels, like philosophical truth. It illuminates the path to the spiritual world by giving the divine vision. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the life and soul of the devotees who want to progress in the devotional path. Only by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, by getting the knowledge from Bhagavatam, he can develop the taste of devotional service. He can only get the taste of devotional service by getting the instructions from Bhagavatam. Otherwise, not possible. Otherwise, devotional service will become very dry. So, Lord Chaitanya has given his conclusive opinion about Bhagavatam. Aradha Bhagavan Brajesha Tanayas Tadhama Vrindavanam. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that our supreme worshipable deity, Aradha Bhagavan, is Brajesha Tanaya, the son of Nanda Maharaja, Lord Krishna. Our supreme abode is Vrindavan. The topmost devotees are the gopis of the Brajabhumi. And the upasana, the method of worship, that which is performed by these Brajagopis. And the highest authority or pramana is Srimad Bhagavatam. And the highest truth, highest goal of life is prema or pure love of Godhead. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this 5 conclusive opinion. Supreme worshipable deity Krishna, supreme abode is Vrindavan, supreme, the highest, the topmost devotees are gopis of Brajabhumi, and the method of worship is shown by them. Thus, Praman, the highest Praman, there is no other truth beyond this, beyond this is Srimad Bhagavatam. And the goal of life is Prema or pure love of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam has the description of all these five, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told that we have to have our attractions for them. They are our role model. Those are our role model. If I want to worship, I have to worship only Krishna, because beyond that worship there is no other worship. If I want Dham, Vrindavan is the topmost Dham. So Bhagavatam contains all these descriptions. So wonderful. So Bhagavatam is that authoritative literature that gives the right kind of guidance in the right direction to all living beings. So Srimad Bhagavatam is himself Krishna. I said previously, it is a literary incarnation of Krishna, or Srimad Bhagavatam is the combinations of all incarnations, and itself himself Krishna. Bhagavatam is non-different from Krishna's body. Like first and second canto Srimad Bhagavatam is like a lotus feet of Krishna. The third and fourth cantos are his thighs. Fifth canto is his navel. Sixth canto is chest. Seventh and eighth cantos are his arms. Ninth canto is his throat. 10th canto is his beautiful lotus-like face, and 11th canto is forehead. So when we read Bhagavatam, we go from first canto to 12th canto. 12th canto is his head. Like when we take darshan of the Lord, we take from the lotus feet to above. Lotus feet, then thighs, then navel, then chest, then throat, then lotus face, and then head. So when we read Bhagavatam, we go in that sequence. So we get a total darshan of the Lord. Now when you read Bhagavatam, darshan of the Lord comes in two ways. One is devotional sight, the physical, the form of the Lord. Another is philosophical insight to understand the Lord. And Bhagavatam has the both. Bhagavatam has the both. So Krishna himself speaks this Bhagavatam. No one else can say Bhagavatam, or no one else can give this knowledge of Bhagavatam, because Bhagavatam is about Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is what Krishna told, and Bhagavatam is himself Krishna. So first, this knowledge of Bhagavatam given to Brahma, Tene Brahma Hriday Adi Kavaye. So Krishna gives this knowledge of Bhagavatam to Brahma within his heart, self-manifested knowledge. Krishna gives to Brahma, and Brahma to Narada, Narada to Vasudev, Vasudev to Sukadev Goswami, and from Sukadev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj and Sutta Goswami. And Sutta Goswami narrated this Srimad Bhagavatam to the sages of Noimi Sharanya. So we are very grateful to Sukadev Goswami. If Sukadev Goswami didn't speak this Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, then maybe we do not come across this great, scripture. So we are very grateful, indebted to the compassion of Sukadev Goswami. So in this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that Yashanubhavam Akila Shruti Sharam Ekam Adhatma Deepam Otitir Shatam Tamo Andham Samsarinam Korunaya Purana Gujjam Tam Vyasa Sunum Upayami Guru Munina. So Srimad, this Sukadev Goswami is the spiritual master of all the sages, and out of his great compassion for this materialist people, he spoke the Srimad Bhagavatam after personal assimilation. Purana Gujjam. Purana Gujjam. This Purana, Gujja knowledge, confidential knowledge, after complete assimilation. After assimilation, what comes out? The cream of this knowledge. After assimilations, the cream comes out, and it is like a transcendental torchlight. Now, to disseminate the Adhatma, the Otiti Tamo Andham, the darkness of ignorance. So by Sukadev Goswami's compassion only, we are getting this benefit or blessings of this Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is compared as torchlight or lamp. We destroy the nations from the heart of the living entities. It destroys the nations. Adhatma Deepam, a transcendental lamp. Again, it is compared as the sun, Purana Arka. Lamp on local level, and sun is the global level. When the sun appears, all the darkness goes away. Krishna Surya Samo Maya hai Andhakar. Jaha Krishna Maya nahi Adhikar. So when sun appears, the darkness automatically goes away. So this Purana Arka Srimad Bhagavatam is a transcendental sun of whole Vedic scriptures. When rise, all the nations and ignorance, darkness goes away. It is compared as a ripened fruit of the Vedic tree. Golitam Phalam. Nigama Kalpataru Golitam Phalam. So it is the ripened fruit. It has no pill. The whole substance is the fruit. Fruit substance. There is no seed, there is no pill. There is no seed, there is no pill. And it is galitam. It is ras. You can drink whole the ras. There is no seed. When a fruit becomes very ripe, it becomes very sweet. Shukha mukhad amrita drupya samjita. And it is tasted by Sukadev Goswami. Now, when a fruit is ripened, it is automatically become sweet. But when that fruit is tasted by a parrot, when the fruit is touched by the beak, beak of a parrot, then it becomes more sweeter. It becomes sweeter. Similarly, this Srimad Bhagavatam is touched by the mouth of Sukadev Goswami. So it becomes sweetest. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhur Muhur Roshika Bhubi Bhabuka. Those who are Paramahamsa devotees, they just drink this nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam does not discuss anything material. So, it is liked by all the transcendental Vaishnava devotees. It is meant for Paramahamsas. Bhagavatam describes 10 subjects matter. From Sharga to Ashraya. Sharga means the creation, Visharga means secondary creation by Lord Brahma. Sthanam. Sthanam means positioning the living entities in various planets. Then Poshanam. Lord gives protection for the devotees. Uti. Then comes the inclination to acts. It also discusses the reigns of different Manus and Lord's various incarnations and devotees, and also the destruction or annihilation. And it describes the process of mukti, means liberation, means deliverance from this material world and to go to the spiritual world. It does not describe sajujya mukti. It describes about eternal liberation. Sajujya mukti is temporary. One may come down to this material world again. And ashraya, the supreme shelter, Krishna. So these are all not materialistic topic. These are all transcendental topic. And it can only be released by those person who are free from material desire and hankering. Those who are Paramahamsa devotees, they drink this nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam and they remain satisfied, fully satisfied. So Srimad Bhagavatam cannot be understood by any professional, by hearing from any professional reciters, or anyone having malicious intentions cannot understand this inner meaning of this Bhagavatam. There may be Bhagavad Saptah, there may be thousands of thousands people can gather there, but the heart will not change, because the person who is reciting Bhagavatam is not Paramahamsa devotees, is not a person Bhagavatam. The Bhagavata should be heard from person Bhagavata. One is book Bhagavat, one is person Bhagavat. Who lives by the instruction of this book Bhagavat is called the person Bhagavat. Ya Bhagavata para Vaishnavera sthane Akanta Ashray Kara Chaitanya Charane. If you want to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, you must approach a self-realized Vaishnava and you have to hear from him. You can do this when you have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, this verse comes. If you want to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, you have to hear in the Parampara system from a bona fide spiritual master or a self-realized Paramahamsa Vaishnava as it is. Otherwise, the meaning of Bhagavatam will remain hidden to us. So this is the glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest gift by Vasudev, and out of compassion from Sukadev Goswami, out of compassion of Sukadev Goswami, it has been preached all over. And it is the only shelter in this Kali Yuga to get rid of these dangerous effects of Kali Yuga and go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai. If anyone is having a question, we can take it.